You're welcome.
We're going to Tampa, Florida. 30-year retired Army Ranger. Woo. And now running the Special Operations Warrior Foundation, Sean Corrigan, who is a fellow contributing author for Standing O Tribute.
Right on.
Yeah, thanks, Scott. I thought when you said you were going outside the country, you were going to call on me since I'm down here in Florida with
exactly.
But yeah, so my question is, what differentiates a good story from a great story, one that people are going to repeat in a meaningful and accurate way? And I ask because I'm in the nonprofit sector, and it's really important that we get our story out and that people remember it and repeat it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that what's important is that the first thing is, you're a person who understands what it means to analyze and do after action reports for a living, right? You've done sit reps and after action reports till you turn blue in the face, I'm sure. So when that smile is affirmation, right? So the key is take a snapshot of what you do today. Don't worry about being good. Don't worry about, just a little bit like I said just previously to our Portugal sister, is that we want to make sure that you understand what it's like to get on the scale first, right? So get on the scale, record yourself answering that question, pretend to, do a little bit of a simulation. You might want to make it a little bit grounded in reality. You're rolling into an environment where there's some networking, where there's maybe a donor or two, maybe it's an annual dinner, maybe it's a board meeting, maybe it's something for nonprofits in your state, in your city. Maybe it's at James Stadium, right? Maybe it's at William James Stadium. So you could go there and, pretend in your mind that you're there and say, hey, somebody says, hey, what do you do? And you say, here's my nonprofit. This is what it's all about. You're telling me about yourself. Then what I want you to do is listen to it and say, these are five words that come to mind when I hear my own recording. I'm not going to bias you by saying anything else. Just write down 5 words. Now, to make because I don't really, your question was good, Sean, but I just want to get to you becoming better at what you're doing, because obviously if you're in a nonprofit, donors are important, right? Grants are important because you live by them. Those are the fuel for the mission. So then what I'd like you to do is consider what are the words that you want them to use instead of the words that you used when they hear your story. So we're going to reverse engineer it. So you'll say, okay, here are the words that I chose the first time, but really what I want them to hear. So why don't you tell me what are the 5 words right now that you want people to think in their mind after they hear your story, after you've made it fantastic? 5 words, just 5 words. Like, I hear you speak. I say this to myself. Stacy says this, Jervis says this, Scott says that. What words would you want them to say?
I'd start with impact, compassion, commitment, and promise. Okay. Cat.
One more. That'll get you a 5.
Accountability.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Push that out and forget them. Now go do that story exercise. Actually, email me. I want to talk to you about it. Might just use Dr. D at drdennisrebelo.com, DRD at drdennisrebelo.com. We have a nonprofit too, and we help support other nonprofits. So I'd be interested in hearing how you're using it. Then I'll give you a sideline answer on this. Okay. Okay.
Can't ask for more than that. I love it.